Good morning, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to our lovely shared reading session. Ellie and Steve, myself and Steve are here to facilitate this group this morning, and we have the fabulous topic of travel. And I'm sure everybody at this table might have a little bit of a travel story that they would like to share, but we obviously come prepared, and we have some wonderful travel writing that we're going to share and read, pardon that pun. So we usually start a session with a quote relating to the topic, and would you like to open up with the quote, please, Steve?
Yeah, this is a quote by someone called Ibn Battuta, February 1304. Now he was a Maghrebi traveller, explorer and scholar, and over a period of 30 years from 1325 to 1354, he visited much of continental Africa, Middle East, Asia and the Iberian Peninsula. Maghrebis were known in ancient and medieval times as Roman Africans or Moors. It makes it simple and straight to the point. Travelling. It leaves you speechless, then turns you into a storyteller. Which I think is perfect.
Isn't that marvellous?
Wonderful.
Absolutely love that. Yeah, we could spend a whole day probably sharing some of our travel stories, maybe not all of them.
But what intrigues me is, did he write all this down? And if he did, or if he didn't, who did? Because it must have been preserved somehow.
Absolutely. And you think about 1304?
Well, yes.
Incredible.
It's
And
quite
how did he get? I mean,
Quite
he
a
must-
long time away.
Yeah, maybe a wee bit of research can be done into that, Anne, because it is fascinating.
Yes, indeed.
We tend to think we've sort of, these generations, we've travelled everywhere, but look at that Africa.
Yes,
Asia.
indeed.
It's incredible, isn't it?
I think it's in the human spirit too. If you think about certain nations and races of people, I know for a fact that the Scots, I have to say that, you say you can go to absolutely any part of the world and you'll find at least one Scottish person, but that's kind of historical because we were out there back in the day with our wares and the Irish, of the Celts, absolutely.
Well, and think about the Welsh in the extreme south of South America.
Yes.
That's like Patagonia.
Yes, indeed. It's fantastic.
And of course, beyond the world, up to the moon.
Indeed.
To the moon and back. Yes.
Oh, I thought that was absolutely wonderful.
So
It was
did I.
quite emotional, to be honest.
Yes,
But
very
that's a good point, James.
Yeah.
So, shall we open up with our first poem then? And this is where we would ask if anybody in the group would like to start the session off officially for us.
I don't mind reading this first one.
Okay, thanks.
Song of the Open Road by Walt Whitman, May 1819 to March 1892. He was an American poet, essayist and journalist. He also wrote 2 novels. He's considered one of the most influential poets in American literature and world literature. Whitman incorporated both transcendentalism and realism in his writings and is often called the father of free verse. Wow. Afoot and light-hearted I take to the open road, healthy, free, the world before me, the long brown path before me, leading wherever I choose. Henceforth I ask not good fortune, I myself am good fortune. Henceforth I whimper no more, postpone no more, need nothing. Done with indoor complaints, libraries, querulous criticisms, strong and content, I travel the open road.
Isn't that marvellous?
Lovely feeling of freedom,
Yes.
isn't it?
Leaving it all behind.
Yeah.
Yes.
And leading wherever I choose. That's a nice thing, isn't it, about being, I don't know, with your own transport or on foot or where you're not tied to, being somewhere at a certain time.
I'm sorry he's done with libraries.
Yes.
Yes, right.
But I love strong and content, I travel the open road.
Yes.
And that can mean different things to different people.
Yes.
Obviously, the
Yes.
open road is symbolic.
Yes.
Like how we see life.
Yeah.
Yes. I've just put in a quote from Samuel Johnson, where he said, if you want to bring back knowledge from abroad, you have to take knowledge with you In other words, it's no good, if you don't know about Roman history, it's no good looking around the Roman Forum because they're just a pile of stones.
Yes.
So you do need some library stuff before you go, if you want to understand what you're looking at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I think it makes it a much more fulfilling experience.
Yes, yeah, I agree.
So maybe the idea of the library, that starts the question, and the traveller answers that question for you. So you've heard something in the book, then you go and find it and see it, and then try and learn it for yourself, understand it for yourself.
Yes,
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I've often done that, seen things on television, and that's the next place I'm going to.
Yeah.
But it's just very much part of the human spirit, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're curious, we're a curious bunch, and
Do you almost feel he's had a sort of a difficult time, but he says, right, that's it, I've decided now, I'm going to whimper no more, postpone no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is that, I've
Everyone
drawn a
says
line in the
so.
sand, now I'm on to the next, the good things.
Yeah.
I don't know much about transcendentalism. Anybody? Don't know.
That's looking at other forms of belief systems.
Okay.
The Buddhism comes to mind with transcendentalism. So he was obviously, he had quite a forward thinking mind anyway, Walt Whitman. And realism, that's an interesting word, because this will be for another session, but what is real, you know, and realism. But I've always found Whitman to be quite an interesting writer, and he's very thought-provoking.
Yeah.
So yes, the open road.
I think this was one of the poems I was going to bring with me, but it's massively long. And then I'm glad you just chose the first few bits. Oh gosh, it goes on for about 6 minutes.
How many years of practice?
Does he actually get anywhere? Does he get to a destination within the poem?
I just skim read it.
But the start is all. Expectation.
Yeah.
I will have to go and read the rest. Yeah.
Maybe that's the thing, there is no destination.
Yeah.
Yes.
The open road is always the open road, it's always as open as you make it.
Yes, that's
So you change subject, you change something else, and yeah.
And the poem is like the open road. Isn't it?
Perfect.
On and on.
Shall we move on then?
Yeah.
And again, if anybody would like to read for us, no pressure at all.
Mind reading. I can get my pronunciation right.
It'll be
Okay,
fine.
so What If This Road by Sheena Pugh, December 1950. She is a British poet, novelist and translator. Her book Stonelight won the Wales Book of the Year award. She was a creative writer and educator at the University of Glamorgan until her retirement. What if this road that has held no surprises these many years decided not to go home after all? What if it could turn left or right with no more ado than a kite tail? What if its tarry skin were like a long supple bolt of cloth that is shaken and rolled out and takes a new shape from the contours beneath? And if it chose to lay itself down in a new way, around a blind corner, across hills you must climb without knowing what's on the other side, who would not hanker to be going at all risks? Who wants to know a story's end or where a road will go?
Oh, that's very interesting, isn't it?
A lot of people think of their own biography as a journey.
Yes.
A lot of people write their autobiography, my life's journey. Yes. Go through time instead of space, sort of thing. Yes.
Again, she leaves you thinking about having the courage to actually go out and investigate what the end, the story's end, what the end of a road might look like if you go on a journey.
Yes.
So I thought this was very beautifully written, actually.
Yes. Yes. Good.
The idea of the cloth that you throw out like that.
Oh, I like
That's
that.
your hat.
I love that analogy.
Wonderful.
I love the number of times it says what if.
Yes,
Travel's all about
yes.
what if, isn't it? What's around the next corner? What if we find this or we find that? Or don't find anything?
And choices and alternatives and that. Yes.
But early roads did follow the shape of contours beneath.
That's right.
It's only later that we've dug into things. And
Yes. The Romans spoiled all that, didn't they? Just
Yes.
over hill, over dale.
What did the Romans have done?
Yes, that's what they did for us.
Yeah.
Straighten out our roads.
and a ditch each side.
Yes. Right.
A ditch.
Oh yes, for the drainage.
Drainage,
Yes.
yes.
I mean, I did travel up to Hexham Northumberland about a year or so ago, and Hadrian's Wall is there, of course, and I've gone through my moments of how dare English people. But we were actually perpetrators, I know that now. But I actually went to see some of Hadrian's Wall, and I was actually quite disappointed because it's only like knee high.
Yes.
I don't know what I was expecting, but it was marvellous to just go there and feel the energy of that place was absolutely incredible. Knowing more about the history of it now. So curiosity can take us to some incredible places physically and in our minds and in our hearts.
Doesn't it? Yes.
I think that's it, it says, who would not hanker to be going at all risks, who wants to know a story's end? Because there's sometimes with human beings we want to be able to control things, or we want to be certain.
Yes.
And because sometimes people say, oh, if you go on holiday or if you start to travel, you just say, oh, I'm going to go anywhere, or I'm just... There's a balance. I don't know, some people don't mind at all, I'm not going to book anything, I'm not going to... You know, I know, exactly, isn't it funny, just the repeat.
I'm not well travelled.
You wouldn't want that.
No, not well travelled.
Yeah.
So I'm going on our first family, taking the children on holiday ever this time, this year. It's a big fear. So it's, I would like to know some of the risk, but also I'm happy to explore.
Not to
To a
let that
point.
take over.
It's difficult, isn't it? It's that bad,
Being prepared or being curious.
It's also the suggestion of feeling follow the road where it takes. You might have something in mind. The road so it takes, that's an art diversion, you go, follow that. Or the courage to follow the change in the path, or whatever.
The journey is the experience.
Yes. The courage to follow. Yeah, that's true, isn't it? And then there could be the phone the fear of missing out if you go to, have I seen every single museum? That used to be me, but I can't do that anymore.
Exhausting, can't it?
But I used to be. Now I think, if I haven't seen it, it's meant to be.
Just thought of another addition to this, that the road not taken. Who was
Yes,
that
of
by?
course.
Robert Frost.
Yes.
Yeah.
With a little horse.
Yeah.
I hope your holiday works out really, but it'd be interesting to see how you feel next time you go
Yes,
away
it
on
might
holiday.
start that confidence, it might
Yeah.
start that curiosity,
Yeah.
and I feel like, it's a starting point. And
Yeah.
that's
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And your destination?
We're going to Billund in Denmark. Because it's the home of Lego. And that ticks all boxes for everybody in the
How are you
family.
travelling? Are you flying there or
Flying,
Yeah.
I've only flown there and back a couple of times in my life, so it's been a long time. So
Yeah.
it's more airports and all that.
It will be marvellous.
It will get there, and then
Yeah.
it'll be assessed.
So it'll be totally
Repeat this next year. And
That's
see
right.
how it
We've
goes.
got to talk about,
And it's very different travelling on your own, isn't it? You're travelling with, say, children, you want them to be okay,
Yes,
you do that.
different worries or
Yes.
concerns. Yeah.
Solo travel is an experience of its own evolution, because I've done quite a bit of it, not so much nowadays, but back in the day, much to my father's fear. So we'd be like, and have you got your flight and your hotel booked, lovely? And I'm like, no, Dad, I'll sort that out when I get there. And I went to the west coast of Africa and had the most fantastic time. It was fantastic.
So did it always work out okay? It did.
Absolutely every time. Not one time did I have any problem or harassment or. But that was years ago. That was years ago, though. Yeah. Shall we move on?
Yeah.
James, I'm wondering if you would be kind enough to do the Hardy piece.
I'd love to.
Thank you.
When I set out for Lioness by Thomas Hardy, June 1840 to January 1928, he was an English novelist and poet, a Victorian realist in the tradition of George Eliot. He was influenced both in his novels and in his poetry by Romanticism, including the poetry of William Wordsworth. When I set out for Lioness, 100 miles away, the Rhine was on the spray, and starlight lit my lonesomeness when I set out for Lioness, 100 miles away. What would be chance at Lioness while I should sojourn there? No prophet durst declare, nor did the wisest wizard guess what would be chance at Lioness while I should sojourn there. When I came back from Lioness with magic in my eyes, all marked with mute surmise, my radiance rare and fathomless, when I came back from Lioness with magic in my eyes.
And that would be you when you come back from Denmark. Perfect timing.
With a crater Lego.
Extra suitcases. It's quite magical, actually, isn't it? It's that, got that mantra, the sort of,
Yes,
repetition and.
that's right.
But he's so not Victorian.
What did he find?
Yes.
The anticipation, the experience,
Yes.
the result,
It's lovely.
isn't it? It's very clever writing.
Yes, it's quite positive for him. I'm at the moment reading Jude the Obscure.
Oh,
Yes. It's
dear,
great.
never mind.
Why does that not surprise you?
Doesn't end well.
But the poems are totally different,
They
aren't
are.
they?
Yeah,
I wouldn't realise that they were written by the same man.
Well, as I understand it, he regarded himself as a poet first.
Yes.
But after he wrote Jude the Obscure and everybody hated it, that's it, he didn't write any more novels.
No.
Because it was so grim and so true to life, describing how real people behave in real circumstances. And the snooty people thought, no, you can't say that. It's not proper to too explicit a degree explain people's motivations, and they couldn't take it. So they
People want
hated
a
it.
happy ending.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. Yes. It's natural.
Did you see the film of it, James?
No, I haven't.
Christopher Eccleston.
Oh, he'd be good. I can see him in that role.
Depressing. Very good.
Right,
Very
yes.
good. Yeah.
It is. Oh
Yeah.
dear.
I know.
Don't because we are too many.
Yeah.
But no, there's what's the name? Under the Greenwood Tree is quite jolly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. We like that one. Yes.
Not Tess, though. Oh, God.
No.
No, poor old Tess.
No.
A lot of these writers from long ago were very forward thinking in some of what they
Too
presented
forward
to
for
us.
the
Absolutely.
Yes,
for
for their time. Yeah.
for the times, and coming to the fore now, actually,
Yes.
with
yes.
some of the stuff that they wrote about back then.
Yes. Yes. The prim Victorians couldn't take it. It's too impolite, too not genteel.
That possibility of what would happen when he was there, but he doesn't say it.
No, that's
It leaves you guessing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the questions.
That's why it's so good.
He always had a good time, but it doesn't explain what good time he had. Just said, he had a good time, fine.
Not going to tell us about it.
Not a spark.
No.
I love that actually.
Yeah.
I love people can create what they want out of their own imagination and come up with all kinds of
Yeah.
nonsense, maybe even, which.
So the thing is, Lioness is an imaginary place anyway.
Yes, yes.
So it couldn't physically go there because it doesn't exist. So it
No.
must represent something else. Could be anything.
Wow.
Interesting.
Intriguing, enigmatic. It's a good word.
That's the beauty of poetry, isn't it?
Yes.
It does. It gets you thinking.
Yes.
So do you think it could be a woman? Because when we say it, it sounds like Lioness.
He'd fall in love with it. Got high hopes for a new romance. Yes, could be so.
We'll never know, will we? No.
No.
If you wanted to be a woman, Anne, it can be.
Yes.
A lovely love
Lonely, doesn't
story.
he? Susie
I'm sorry, but hearing it was
Oh yes.
makes me think that women's English,
Maybe.
women's
Right.
rugby team.
The Lionesses. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
But I know it
Yes.
doesn't mean that.
Oh, good.
No, I was
It's
going to
still
watch
a relevant point, Anne. It's still relevant.
Yeah.
But, oh gosh, what's the name of the woman with the curly hair who runs so beautifully and always dodges everybody and
Yeah, she's great.
scores a try. Oh,
Isn't it the imaginary home of King Arthur? I think. I don't
Oh,
know.
is it?
I'll Google that.
Yeah, I think it's still tied with that kind of bit. It might be, one of these where Gwynedd might come from. It's all tied in that mythology. No?
Yeah, Fury Day.
So maybe when he's setting up somewhere he thinks is an imaginary place or something that's special to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're allowed to have a favourite line, I love a starlit lit my lonesomeness, sorry.
Yes.
Because even that one sentence can conjure up the night sky and what that means to people too. Again, many different. And I don't know about anybody, but sometimes I look up to the sky. It does take me somewhere. It does take me somewhere.
The journey.
Sorry, got it. Tennyson, Morte d'Arthur. So all day long the noise of battle roared among the mountains by the winter sea, until King Arthur's army, one by one, had fallen lioness about their lord King Arthur.
Resolutions in case of
James will come up trump. It's fabulous.
You don't really need Google, do you?
Not at all, James. Not at all.
That's very kind. You're saying that because it's true.
Shall we move on? And upwards, everybody. This is another sweet poem. So, anybody?
I think I'd like to read this.
And please do.
If Once You Have Slept on an Island by Rachel Field, 1894 to 1942. She was an American novelist, poet, and children's fiction writer. She's best known for her work, Hitty, her first 100 years. Field also won a National Book Award, a Newbery Honour Award, and 2 of her books are on the Lewis Carroll Shelf Award list. If once you've slept on an island, you'll never be quite the same. You may look as you looked the day before and go by the same old name. You may bustle about in street and shop. You may sit at home and sew, but you'll see blue water and wheeling gulls wherever your feet may go. You may chat with the neighbours of this and that, and close to your fire keep, but you'll hear ship whistle and lighthouse bell, and tides beat through your sleep. Oh, you won't know why, and you can't say how such change upon you came. But once you've slept on an island, you'll never be quite the same.
Oh, isn't that
Really good.
Beautiful.
Yes.
That would be great to do with children, actually.
Yes.
Isn't it just?
Yeah,
Yes.
fantastic.
There is something about Ireland. Oh, we live on an island, don't we? But we went as a family to Holy Island, in Lindisfarne.
Oh yeah, Lindisfarne, yes.
And that's, it's been on a programme recently.
Yes, pilgrimage.
Pilgrimage
Wasn't that
programme,
brilliant?
yes, gorgeous.
Yeah.
But there is something nice about sometimes the sea's out, is it? And
Yes.
the causeway's open,
That's
and then
right.
sometimes it comes in, and
Yeah.
that's it, you're in for the
Yeah.
day. And
Yeah.
it's much more
If you
powerful
think
than
you
us.
can manage it, you end up on the top.
Yes, you
Yeah.
do.
Yes.
That's right, there's a kind of rescue point.
That's
isn't there?
Yes.
Yeah, that would
But
be
it
quite
doesn't
sort of-
rescue your car.
No, no. But yeah, something soothing, I think, about the sea and
Oh,
you hear it
absolutely.
everywhere. Yeah.
I like the line, and tides beat through your sleep.
Yes.
It jumps out to me, just that connection, that push and pull, like breathing.
Yes. All
It's
the
very,
time. All the
on a
time.
smaller island, it's very much that connection.
Yeah.
A while to the coast from here,
Lovely.
Derby, but you know, I think anybody round here has that connection. But I moved here from the south coast and
Oh.
very spoilt in southwest of Dorset, but everybody here has that connection too, and it's either everybody's up to Norfolk or up to Ingle Wells, or you know, as soon as they can, they're off to the sea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Furthest from the sea,
Seemingly.
aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sea does bring emotion to us.
Mm.
Different emotion depending on
Yes.
where you are, what sea it is,
Yes.
Yes, yes.
That's true.
what's happening,
And the first sight of it when you
Oh,
arrive
yes.
is lovely, isn't it?
the smell of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's, you know, if you can still smell the sea, there's something about that.
Yeah.
Sun sparkling on the waves.
Yes,
beautiful.
That was beautifully read.
It was.
Mm.
Lovely.
See, that was lovely. But you hear the ship whistle and lighthouse bell. I mean, how one that conjures up such a really
and it
lovely image.
stays with you, that it will affect you. The fact you've slept on an island, you'll never be quite the same.
No. That's very good.
Anybody have an island story, an island that they've gone to that has left some nice memories? Anybody?
But no, I mean, I've been round the Farne Islands, but that's not the same as being on them, because we weren't allowed to get on them anyway because of the puffins.
What the
The Farne Islands.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, we got, the children were still quite young, and we got we'd rented a house for a few weeks at Sea Houses, and a lot of the fishermen were very kind. They let our boys sneak out of the house and go in a coble with them in the morning, which was lovely. But I did go in a boat out to the farms because I wanted to look at them, but there was nowhere we were allowed on.
Okay.
And it was something to do with the Trinity.
Oh, the Trinity Lighthouse?
Thank you. Yeah, Trinity something.
Yes, because you can stay in those, can't you, Trinity?
I don't know.
But they're all the main lighthouses around the coast that look after everything, I think. But yeah, you can also stay in them, I think they're called. Yeah.
Interesting about lighthouses is that a lot of them were built by the relatives of Robert Louis Stevenson.
Really? Oh, fantastic. Gosh.
He was the only one that didn't make lighthouses. The rest of them.
He did Robinson Crusoe.
So did you get to see the puffins on the
Most record, yeah. Good.
Oh,
That's a great one.
They're special.
Yeah.
They are.
The only other island I can think of is the Isle of Man, and I just randomly went there a couple of years ago, and that was a big Victorian, wasn't it? That's where a lot of Victorians went way back in the day. But there's been I think in between them there's been a little bit of not an attitude per se, but the Isle of Man, I had the most beautiful time, and it's a beautiful island, and it has all of that Viking history and Celtic history, of course. And I believe that at one point England owned the Isle of Man, and they weren't interested, and they gave it to Scotland before the Vikings stepped in and said we'll take over now. So there is still quite a high population of Manx people who are the original inhabitants of, and they have the longest standing government, the Viking government that was brought in.
There's a special name, isn't there, for the government?
It is. Oh, is it Vannin? I think it's Vannin, Vannin. I think it could be Vannin, but it was absolutely marvellous. Dolphins, seals, and lovely. I would recommend actually the Isle of
We've got the
Man.
Bee Gees, of course.
And the Bee Gees. Actually, that's absolutely there is a. I actually confess to having a photograph taken with not the Bee Gees obviously, but they have a beautiful wrought iron memorial statue kind of thing of the Bee Gees because they were born there.
Yes, that's right.
And Norman Wisdom, there's a great history with Norman Wisdom with the I'm full of useless information, seriously. But they have the wonderful old Gaiety Theatre there too, and the people were just fantastic. I had a lovely time there. So
I know I have a cousin who lives there
yes.
with her husband, but she was, what's the word, sort of persuaded to go and work there. She was a teacher, she was teaching primary children, but she also was very keen on music in primary schools, and she had a very good choir at the school where she was working, and they were desperate in the Isle of Man to do something similar, and so she was headhunted, was Caroline, and the first thing she did, bless her heart, was to get the children in the school where she was to sing a song in the Manx language.
Oh, good
And
luck.
everybody was astounded. And it just seemed to be a fairly obvious thing to do. But, yes, so she was very happy and settled very well. And she and her husband still live there, and of course now they're Manx people because they've lived there
Yes.
for long enough.
Embraced.
Yeah.
I was very, very impressed with what's there.
And of course, there's the TT, isn't there? The motorbike thing. That's
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the cats too.
Yes, that's true.
The Manx cats, absolutely. I did have some action with the Manx cats. The Manx Cat Cafe is fantastic. It was an education centre too,
Right.
because that's a genetic, that's the genetic form of the kitty cat. But yes. But thank you, Rachel Field, for a beautiful poem here.
Lovely.
Yes, indeed. I'm sure you can have a lot of us.
It's okay, you have now. You take that away with you and have a little look.
So, thank you.
And then there's a final piece for us. I don't even know how we're doing for time, but I think we're okay.
Shall I read it?
Yes, go ahead.
Jonah Lehrer, the Anthrotorian.com. We travel because distance and difference are the secret tonic of creativity. When we get home, home is still the same, but something inside our minds has changed, and that changes everything. That's deep.
And accurate, definitely. Even if it's just going to a friend's house, I think that can apply, because you just see the world slightly differently for half an hour or something.
Yes.
And coming back and not take the
Changes as
pressure
good as the
off
rest.
or whatever it might
Yeah.
be. Yeah.
Think of something like T.S. Eliot, going around the world, coming back to where you started from.
Yes.
You're in the same place, but it's not the same. No,
That's true.
You've gained all that knowledge. Or
that's
all that
right. You see it differently.
perspective. Or,
Yes,
yeah.
that's right.
Recalibration,
Yes, yes,
rearrangement of priorities,
that's right.
long list of things that would change because of travel.
You start out thinking, Derby's not too bad, and then you see some really nice places. You go to Paris, Rome, and Florence, and you think, actually, Derby, it's all right.
It doesn't
Plenty of worse
compare to
places.
Paris.
Yes, it's not.
Yes, it's all right. You can do
People
it.
are lovely.
It's the
Yes,
people.
gems.
It's the people that make the place, not the
Make your own
not bricks and mortar.
Make your own connections.
You do, of course.
What I'm tending to do more after 10 years of living in Derby,
Yeah.
I look up. I'm looking up
Yes.
because some of these buildings that, quite a lot of them are empty and not very loved, but some of these buildings are absolutely gorgeous.
Yes,
They
of
really
course,
are.
of course.
Yeah. Pickford's house.
Yes.
Strand on Feed, it's lovely.
Yeah.
There's loads of lovely. There are. Yeah.
And I mean, I often hear talk of people coming to Derby for a weekend break or, I mean, Derby's working very hard at picking herself up, I think, and dusting herself down.
Well, it was necessary. Absolutely necessary. I'm sorry to say.
I mean, I think there was a point at one time when Derby had the largest collection of Art Deco buildings in the country. They're still being used.
Art Deco.
Art Deco buildings. So buildings from the 1930s.
Wow. Really?
Because that's when Derby had a big kind of revamp and refit.
Yes,
That's why some of them are still there.
Yeah.
So if you go down East Street, there's some random buildings down East Street. They're sort of 1930s still, and the front is still there. And where Tesco's is now, that's a 1930s building. There's quite a few still in use.
That's true. Yes. It used to be Marks and Spencer's.
Yeah. So there's that one. There's the council house itself. That was finished after the Second World War, but it was started before. So there's a nice collection of 1930s style buildings that are still in use, still exist.
Yeah. The council house is lovely, isn't it? And what's the building that's opposite? It used to be the old police station. That's a bit 1930s, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's
now the local studies.
Studies
Library.
Library.
I've often wanted to get in there.
It was the
Boards.
magistrate's. It was the magistrate's.
Yes,
building,
that's right. Yeah.
And if you go inside, it still has the old stuff. You can actually walk into actually Poirot. So it still has the old 30-style fittings inside.
Yeah.
If we take the time to investigate, we can find out more stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And that's a form of travel, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Contemporary travel.
Yes, indeed.
And how uses change, people change,
The travelling to
societies change.
Yes.
Buildings
Yes.
generally stay the same.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's the people, not the place. I learned the other day a chap called Herbert Spencer. I think he was a contemporary of Charles Darwin. he was born in Derby, and apparently he was famous throughout Europe for his philosophy.
Yeah.
And it was him, not Darwin, who coined the phrase survival of the fittest.
Yes, there was I think there was a bit of controversy about it, wasn't it, that Darwin had taken some of his ideas but hadn't always credited
Well,
the Derby
Oh,
man.
really?
that's plagiarism.
Yeah.
Always been going on.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And of course, Charles Darwin's grandfather was living in Bressel Priory. Yes. And Charles, well, as you were saying, other people before had germs of an idea.
Of course.
And Erasmus, his grandfather, he anticipated a lot of Darwin's ideas. And what's more, he wrote his thoughts in poetry.
Oh, wow.
Erasmus Darwin
Yes.
wrote poetry,
How
not just got ideas, but he put it in verse. It worked. That's clever. That's clever.
How marvellous.
Yeah.
There was the Lunar Society as well, wasn't
Yes,
there?
of
Yes.
course. Yes.
That's where it was a full moon.
Yeah.
Further
Connection to
Derby or
Lichfield.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's right.
Yes. So there's been some clever minds, hasn't there?
Certainly.
That's still on.
Yeah, it's still something we're trying to work out because around about 70 London, so people suddenly started moving to Derby, but I can't figure out why. Because suddenly there's some got to be big moving
Yes.
in.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, even as was Darwin, he had a townhouse in Derby.
Yes.
So people can't understand why people suddenly coming here. There's nothing, whether it's the coming of the mills or whatever, there was suddenly people coming here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they're setting up homes here. It's like, why?
Maybe partially because of the mills, because that was the main and not the
Yes.
only industry at one
Yes.
point, wasn't
Yes.
it? Belfast full of
Yes,
mill
of
history.
course.
Yeah.
So I'd say by this coming of the mills, plus you're only a short journey away from the Peak District.
Yeah.
So you can be industrious, but you can also get away from it all as well.
Yes.
Migration, I guess that's a form of travel too, isn't
Yeah,
it?
of
We've been
course.
migrating as
Yes.
beings for a very long time.
Yeah. Wasn't now the Museum of Making the world's first purpose-built factory?
Yes.
Yes.
That's right.
In the world.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
That's it.
There's been, this is where I sort of do my thing. But there's been a building on that site since 1721.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why people are coming to Derby, that's
Oh,
why
yeah.
people are travelling to Derby
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
find out about this interesting history that we have.
Yes.
And I think the
On our
Friary
doorstep.
Hotel is important for all of that as well. Is it still called the Friary Hotel?
It's now, I think it's a now bar, nightclub kind of thing.
Yes.
But it was a hotel, adapted as a hotel for the railway,
Yeah.
which isn't the same railway as down on Midland Road. It's two different railways.
Yes, because of
Friday.
the old bridge.
Friday
Yeah.
station.
Underneath
By
the
the
arches.
Mm.
Yes.
So I think that was Great Northern, I think. Right. So then it also belonged to the people had the house originally where there was a mayor of Derby. He and his wife lived in that house. What was the house on the site? It's also the site of Unitarian Chapel, which is where how they all knew each other.
Wow.
So Spencers and Strotts and the Arkwrights and everybody else, they all knew each other.
Steve has marvellous knowledge actually.
Yes.
You do. You do.
Yeah, brilliant.
Anyone think I work in the museum?
There might be something to do with it. But anyway, lovely people, I think we may have come to the end of our journey together.
Oh,
And I know we could stay on for another couple of hours, I'm sure. But I believe that we're done for this session. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank
you. It's
you.
been wonderful. It's been a lovely topic.
Yes, great pleasure.
And any travels that you do this year, may they be safe, may they be happy,
thank you.
and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, it all started, I don't know, it could be 2 years ago, 3, 4 years ago. My wife and I went to a musical event at the cathedral, and they gave us a leaflet of forthcoming attractions, and on the back of that leaflet in small print, the Derby Reading Circle was advertised. So we thought, well, I've got nothing much to do on a Thursday morning. I'll go to, actually, I went to Charnwood Street, which was the address given on the piece of paper, and that's not where we were at. I was directed to Osnabrück Square, the Art Corps building, and as I say, never look back. I think the only Thursday I miss is when we go away for a week to the seaside, where we have a Christmas break. But apart from that, every week it's wonderful. It's as much a social event as a literary event, because somebody reads a poem, somebody else makes a comment, and before you know it, we go off on several tangents, and then after a few minutes we come back to the topic and we go on to the next topic, and so it goes on for a very pleasant hour. We're very grateful to the Art Court, because they give us free accommodation, a free drink, which is wonderful. So a good time is had by all every week, and long may it continue, because it's a great blessing to have this organisation available for anybody who just likes poems or literature, or just wants to come in for a chat, or just to sit and listen. So it's all very casual, no obligation to do anything whatsoever.
So I'm just here to mention that was an absolutely wonderful shared reading session that we've just done on the lovely topic of travel, and it's a great example of what we aim to achieve with shared reading, with the shared reading programme. So yes, we are reading poetry and literature, but we are also having some wonderful conversations and debate about life in general, and usually about the topic. So it's a great opportunity for people to come and be in a safe space and be able to talk about things that are important to them. So I think that was a very successful session, and many more to come, hopefully. Shared reading is the way forward. Thank you.
Well, hello, I'm Steve, and I've just helped host a shared reading session here as part of the shared reading programme the Dubrek Book Festival run. We had a nice afternoon having a nice little chat. Yes, we've read some poems, yes, we've read some short stories, but it's more about getting together and chatting and talking and having a shared time together. Now, if you want to have a go at doing this, look at the Dubrek Book Festival website and look for the shared reading side of it. We can come and join us throughout Derby and also online too.